Hey everyone, my name is Katrina. I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to release tension in your diaphragm. So your diaphragm is your primary breathing or respiration muscle, and oftentimes there can be a lot of tension in this muscle kind of underneath this rib cage. If you have tightness in your diaphragm, that can cause acid reflux, it can cause some mid-back pain, it can limit your rotation, it can even affect your pelvic floor. A lot of times I notice people having pelvic floor muscle tension or difficulty kind of breathing in and out into their pelvic floor if they have a lot of tension in their diaphragm. Now, there are many different reasons why your diaphragm could be tight or restricted. One of the biggest reasons is if you are pregnant and you have a growing baby, that diaphragm gets kind of squished up because the baby is kind of occupying the space where the diaphragm wants to lower as you inhale. So as you take a deep breath in, your lungs expand, your diaphragm lowers, but if there's a baby here, your diaphragm cannot get that contraction or that movement downward. So the diaphragm stays very clenched upwards. So that's one of the big reasons. Another one could also be just sitting all day, kind of be hunched over at your computer. A lot of this like rounded posture generates a lot of tension in these upper abs in your diaphragm area, again, contributing to muscle tightness there. There are a lot of different reasons, including stress as well. So if you are undergoing a lot of stress, or you tend to hold a lot of tension in your body and you just are holding it in, you will notice that there's going to be a lot of tightness here. And again, that can impact your range of motion. You can have pain and discomfort. It can affect a lot of other mechanics like your pelvic floor function. So I'm going to show you how you can release your diaphragm. I'm just going to lift up my shirt here so you can see, but you really want to focus on this area underneath your rib cage. Now your diaphragm really lies underneath these ribs. So if I take my fingers and if I kind of stick them underneath my ribs, that's going to be where my diaphragm is. So I'm going to show you a very simple myofascial release that you can do to help release tension in these lower ribs. And this is very easy to do. I am going to show you using a technique using my hands, but it's going to be a fascial technique in which you are going to basically pinch and lift your fascia, and you're simply going to hold it. So this is known as fascial distraction, which is when you kind of slacken up the tissue, lift and hold, and you might feel some tightness, some tension. That's totally normal. And you're going to do that along different parts of your lower rib cage. Now you may notice that as you do this, like for me, it feels a lot easier in the front, and as I go out more to the side, like this gets a lot more tight and it's a lot more difficult for me to lift up and grab the tissue. So you may notice that in yourself. So you want to make sure you work not only on the anterior fascia along the lower ribs, but make your way into the lateral and also into the posterior. So again, the posterior is kind of hard to do, but again, just try to make sure you do kind of front, lateral, and back. Now, when you're doing this, again, it's just lifting and pinching and then holding. You can hold for about 5, 10, 15 seconds whenever you start to feel a release. You can even add some movements. You can add up and down movements as you're maintaining that lift. You can add lateral, right and left. You can even add rotation. So again, you may notice certain, like maybe going down is a lot more difficult than going up. You may notice going left is more difficult than right, or going clockwise or counterclockwise, one direction is more difficult. So depending on which direction is more difficult, you'll want to spend more time kind of holding into that direction. So if I find that going counterclockwise is a lot more difficult, I'm going to go counterclockwise. I'm just going to hold it there for about 5, 10, 15 seconds until you feel a release or until it starts to feel a lot less uncomfortable, and then you just let it go. So those are great kind of fascial distraction techniques that you can do. The second one is called skin rolling. So that is when you're going to start with the fascial distraction and then you are going to roll the skin. So you're lifting and then you're maintaining that pinch as you roll it. So this is a lot more intense, but again, it's a very effective exercise in releasing tension. So again, I'm lifting and then I'm rolling. Lifting, rolling. Lifting, rolling. So again, you can do this on both sides. I'm gonna lift and then roll. Lift and then roll. And again, you're gonna notice, like even for me, like my laterals my lateral diaphragm, my lateral fascia here is so tight. The front is a lot looser. So again, I'm just pinching and I'm rolling. And again, it's kind of uncomfortable. Like for me, it feels actually very tight. And if that's the case, if it's too tight, then you can even do some like side bend stretches just to kind of open up there. You can even do some cupping, like putting the cups along your diaphragm. I will link down a video on how you can use cupping to release tension in your diaphragm. That could be another tool that you can use to kind of make this hands-on technique a lot less uncomfortable or painful. So I hope that video was helpful in terms of how to release tension in your diaphragm. Again, it's one of my favorite tools. You may notice after doing that, you can breathe better, you can maybe sit up taller, you can rotate a little bit more. There are so many different benefits to working on your diaphragm. So let me know if you have any questions. I will also, again, link down how to use cupping to release your diaphragm, so you have that as a resource. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'd love to answer them.